What is going on, guys? So Chris here with the Flyest Adventures with another little mini send here after work. So we're down here at the Elkhart River and we're actually going to look for some smallmouth today. Hopefully we can get on some. It's kind of a little bit of a Google Maps thing, but I've already scouted most of these spots before, but I haven't been here in almost a year. This is kind of a last year's fishing spot where I was doing some work out here, and now we're doing more work out here. So hopefully the fish are still here, they're still biting. Water looks a little high today, if you can tell. Normally there's a little bit more grass coming up out of the water. A lot of these rocks that are right here I would be able to stand on, but hopefully that means there's a little bit more structure for these smallmouth to sit in. Hopefully it's not too cold for them, hopefully they're biting, hopefully a lot of things. But we're gonna grab some Ned rigs and probably not break out the fly rod just because of the higher water, but yeah, hopefully we can get on a few little small jaws. All right, so where we are is actually a public park out here in Goshen. So we may run into a couple people hiking or, you know, doing whatever. But I think we're just gonna pack light. We're gonna grab a box of Neds and maybe 2 rods. Maybe we'll take the whopper plopper over. I don't know. Whopper plopper, spinnerbait. Whopper plopper, spinnerbait. Why not both? You can probably tell in the intro I'm not messing around with the sun today. I got a little fried yesterday doing another video. It's gonna be a little rough, I think, trying to get down to the water. As you can see there, a little rougher than usual, just because of how high it is. I can't really crawl down on any of these rocks like I usually do. You would think, though, with how fast this water is moving, that these deep little back eddies would be good habitat. So one of the biggest largemouth I've caught out of this river system was up here underneath this tree. Hopefully I sound okay. It's a little windy over here. This is a deep little spot. And that's the nice thing about the Ned rig, is you can just kind of drop it down in a hole, and normally if there's something down there, it'll at least nip at it, give you an idea. Oh, there's a smallmouth. Can't talk. So we're gonna kind of go with the stealth approach here, and we're gonna crouch down here, because I think when that smallmouth hit, he saw me and spit the bait back out. That's a good sign, though. I kind of felt like another take. Oh, that one was. That's a decent fish. Oh, not huge, but that might be a pound. Wow. I don't know how good this hook is. I really don't want to muscle him too much. That's a decent fish. That's a decent little smallie. Look at that. Look at that. I know you can see him. Look at that. All right. Boat flip. Oh, yeah. That's a good smallmouth. That's my biggest so far this year. Look at that. Chunky. Not the longest I've caught this year, but definitely the fattest. Man, look at the size of that bad boy. Just a healthy little smallmouth. Ate that Ned rig. Healthy little smallie. Let's get the release here. We're gonna give him a nice soft release. There he goes. Oh, just swam off. Awesome. Yes. All right, before we do any more fishing, I think we're gonna go put one of these rigs away and sharpen the hook before we get too far away from the car. All right, so this Ned rig, this Shrooms jig head, actually out of the pack, wasn't very sharp. It was almost like the point got ground down, either by rubbing on the other hooks, or, you know, it could just be a factory error. Always check your hooks. I know with the Ned rigs, oftentimes you'll lose them before you have to sharpen them, and that's just the nature of the game with jig fishing. But it's still a good idea to keep them sharp. You really don't want to miss on a big smallmouth because your hook wasn't sharp. So obviously you can tell just by looking at the way the grass has been pushed down and everything, people do fish here. It's not like it's a not pressured spot. Got one. Little one. Wow, what the heck is that? Itty bitty dark smallmouth. That might be the smallest smallmouth I've ever caught in my life. I don't want to hurt you with that weed guard, buddy. Look at how small he is. He's dark though. Looks like he's been messed up by something before. Ooh. I can't believe he ate that bait. It wasn't much smaller than he was. Whew. All right, here we are back in the outback. I mean, it's not hot outside, but for as fully clothed as I am, and you know, this is not a thin shirt, it gets pretty warm out there. So we learned a little something at this spot. We learned the water's high, which we kind of figured. And get those out of the way. And we learned the smallmouth are eating, and that one was pretty quality. The other one was smaller, but still not tiny. And then that one that we caught was really small. But that's okay. At least we know that they're eating. We're gonna go ahead and get rolling here onto the next spot. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of my bait casters. I'm gonna put on a larger Ned rig, probably a darker color since this water seems a little murky, obviously with the high water. That'll do that. And we're gonna see if we can get into some bigger fish. All right, well, we got some food over at Wendy's. We're at another spot now after finding my way around Goshen. Obviously, I haven't been here since last year, so still a little fuzzy. Hopefully we'll get on some, but I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna watch NWFS's new upload, and we'll get on them. All right, hopefully there's nobody under this bridge. Last time I was here, I was kind of worried I was gonna run into a homeless person or something. I'm gonna try something a little different. So I got one of these Mega Bass Dark Sleepers that everybody seems to be ranting and raving about, and I've never used it. I've had it for I don't know, a couple months now, and maybe we'll be able to avoid snags a little easier. So we're gonna give it a send. So it should hopefully get down there. I just really don't want to lose it already, but and we're already wrapped up. What was that, a $9 bait? Oh, we got whatever it was. Big old stick. So Rogers Park is just south of me. That's where I was when I decided I want to come across this bridge. And so here's the Elkhart River. So we could follow. There's a lot of little areas we could probably get in at. Where I really want to go is right there. So you can see I've pinned it already because I've been there. So this spot is actually pretty shallow typically, but with this high water, I'm wondering if it's not going to be a little deeper. This definitely looks like a good ambush point. We're gonna get a bait all the way across here. Perfect. And we're just gonna kind of blind fish it. There's a fish. Got one. Got one. Gotta keep tension on him though. He's not pulling a lot of drag, but my drag's kind of locked down. That's a good fish. Haha, it worked. It worked. He is staying down too. It worked. Another good smallmouth. Another probably a good 1.5 pounds, maybe 2. Ooh, he just spit up something. All right, buddy. Come on. Come on up here. Yeah, buddy. Look at him. Look at him. And I could see something in that throat. Yeah, it looks like he's eating on crayfish. And they are orange. Perfect little presentation. Fatty smallmouth. Heck yeah. Plenty of energy left in this guy too. Alright, let's give him a nice gentle release. There he goes. Yes! We're gonna go for that same cast again. That worked pretty well. So I think if I stay up on this hill, I can at least see my cast. We were right in the ambush point, that's for sure. I'm sure another fish will come through at some point. Got one. I don't think he even knows he's hooked yet. Now he does. Now he does. Swimming at me. Ooh, that feels like a good fish. No, not that big, but man, is he fighting. He is just pulling. Oh, man. Yeah, it's still a decent fish. God, he's so strong, too. Oh, oh. Yeah, normally you don't want to boat flip with a Ned rig. That was still a good fish. We're gonna call that one a quick release. There we go. There's a little shrimp style. I believe they call these ones the hula sticks. There's different sizes. But kind of reminds me of a little shrimp. Just gives the smallmouth a little extra finesse, something to look at. There's one. Oh, that's a good fish. Holy cow. He ate that bigger bait. It doesn't feel huge, but when he wants to pull, he wants to pull. Nice. Also, my camera angle has been terrible, and I'm sorry about that. There we go. Another one. We're gonna give him a nice little flipper. That's probably the biggest of the day right there. And that's saying something, because we've been killing them today. It's just fat. Just a fat smallmouth. Look at that. And he ate that hula stick. Banged up my weed guard. I'll have to fix that. But just look at how fat that guy is. Gosh, you've been eating, buddy. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful fish. There he goes. Alright. Sorry about that camera angle too. I didn't realize how much I had turned that up. Alright. I think that's genuinely gonna do it for me. I am just whooped now. So we went to we stopped at like 5 spots today. I don't know if I'm gonna include footage from all those. I think we only caught fish at like 2 of them. Still early. I know spring is good for smallmouth, and obviously it's good for big smallmouth because a lot of the spots around here catch a lot of small ones. So I'm not gonna complain, but the last, I don't know, 2.5 hours maybe, have just been an absolute grind. I've had like 2 bites, had 1 on that little minnow bait. Don't even know how I'm gonna edit the last few hours. Probably just gonna cut it all. That's really it. I still got about an hour drive home, so I think I'm gonna end it here. Do a little bit of rigging before I leave because I'm taking my rods with me on a little bit of a trip tomorrow for the weekend. Hopefully we'll have some footage of that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for another one. I think my nose is running, and we'll see you next time.